Okay, so we're going to read from Bhagavad-gita as it is. Everyone has Abel. Abel. Hey. Is there more copies around the temple? Yeah, that's okay. No, there's no mother. Okay. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, there used to be a whole table here. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, so do we have a particular topic that anybody... Yeah? You do? Okay, good. All right. Let's do that. It worked out well last week. We had the topic and then we found the verse and then we all discussed it.
So I don't know if this topic is actually in the Gita, if we can find something, but last class, you were talking, you said, as like, why do our t-shirt have two arms? Is that because the body have two arms? And then you said the mind, intelligence, ego, they are covering of the pure spirit soul. And the mind is desiring and doing so many things because the soul is desiring. So that stood up last time as well. So if you can elaborate on that, plus, it's like, does the soul desire also material things? Because but the nature of the soul being spiritual, like for me, the soul being spiritual, the desire of the soul, they are also spiritual. But
Yeah, so very good question. Yep. And this is dealt with in Srimad Bhagavatam, but there's a verse in Bhagavad-gita, chapter 13, text 22 or 23. I think it's 22. Yeah, 22. Yep, 13:22. So this verse talks about this point, like how does the soul who is spiritual become involved in the material world? Yep. So in the beginning of Gita, just to set the scene a little bit, Krishna says in the second chapter, in the very beginning of the instructions of Gita, he says that as the soul travels in this body from childhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. So he's making the distinction that there's some part of us that's changing. So what's changing is the body and the mind, basically, right? And the whole material world is changing. These parts of us are changing. But there's some part of us that stays the same, that doesn't change. So we know if we think back when we were a little baby, what about us was the same and what about us was different? So what was the same? Or what was different? Let's start with what's different. In our childhood, what is different about now? Our body's different? Yep. Yeah, our likes and dislikes are different. Like when we're a little baby, we like certain thing. When we grow up, so our bodies are changing, our likes and dislikes, our mind is changing, our opinions are changing, and the circumstances are also changing. Right, the actual world is very, very different. The world of an infant, and the world of an adult we have, so we can fly here and do so many things. So our body is changing, our mind is changing, and the world is changing. But is there anything that stayed the same? Is there a constant through all those different changes? The soul, but that's just that's a word, but put like in practical terms, like what is it that stayed the same We can call it the soul, that's okay. We might call it Atma or soul. But just looking at it in very basic terms, just observationally, our minds, our opinions are changing, our body's changing, the world that we live in is changing. But what stayed the same throughout all of that? Anybody say? Well, what stayed the same is the person that's experiencing those changes. It's the same person, right? We don't say, oh, I'm a different person to what I was when I was 2, right? If we went and asked our mother or father, oh, am I the same person? They would look at us a bit strangely and say, well, what are you talking about? Of course you are. So there's something within us that's observing those changes that's the same. We're the same person. We're looking out at this changing body, at this changing mind, at this changing world, but that we that's looking, that's the same we, right? That consciousness, that's the same. So that's what we're saying. The soul or the consciousness, as you're asking, is spiritual. How does that get involved in the world? So the answer is twofold, and one part of the answer is that it doesn't really get involved in the world. It doesn't get involved. It's observing these changes, right? It's observing the changes that are going on, right? So the consciousness or the soul is watching those, and sometimes it's described as like somebody in a dream. So like you're dreaming. In one sense, you might be dreaming that a tiger's chasing you. But is the tiger really chasing you? No. But are you experiencing a tiger chasing you? Yes. Right? So it's not real that the tiger's chasing you, but you're having that experience that the tiger's chasing you. So you might say, oh, my body can't, how can my body desire to have a tiger chasing me? That's not real. Yeah, but you're experiencing that, right? So similarly, the soul, it doesn't have material desire, but it associates with different modes and different things in the world, and it looks out at that, and it identifies as that. In the same way, we're in a dream, we're identifying as that person where the tiger's chasing us, even though it's not really us, right? Sometimes the kids, especially your younger brother, he wakes up in the middle of the night, oh, he's had a bad dream. So he's identifying as that, right? But he's not really that. So this verse goes into that a little bit more, right? Well, let's say this verse, chapter 13, text 22. Do you want to? Shall we say the verse? You got it? Yeah. Purusha prakriti stohi.
Purusha prakritisto hi
Bhunkte prakriti jangunan.
bhukte prakriti jangunan
Karanam guna sangosya.
karanam guna sangosya
Sad asadyoni janmasu.
sadasaryoni janmasu.
Okay, so this is this Srila Prabhupada quoted this verse a lot, right? Different parts of it, especially this Karanam guna sangosya. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the 3 modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species. Okay, so let's have a look at the Sanskrit a little bit here. Purusha prakriti sto hi. So he just means like definitely or certainly. It's just sort of, sometimes it's just sort of there to make up the syllables. Sometimes it's like definitely this will happen. So either way, it just means definitely this will happen. Prakriti sto means situated in. And prakriti means the material energy, right? Inside the material energy. And Purusha is the living entity. Now, interestingly, Krishna describes the living entity as Prakriti in the 7th chapter. He says, Bhume apo nalova yukamano buddhi evacha ahankara ityame binna prakriti ashtada. These are his separate material elements, earth, water, fire, air, etc. Then he says, apariyami tastvanyam, superior to these, prakritim vidhi me param. Know this to also be my prakriti. Jiva bhuta, the living entities. yaidam daryate jagat. So that they are exploiting this material world. So he describes the living entities, us, as being prakriti, as being energy, as being his energy, right? That's his description of us. That's our nature. But here, you notice he's put it the other way. He's called us Purusha. Now, of course, we know we're not the supreme Purusha, right? We are not the supreme Purusha. We are Atma, but there's Paramatma, right? So we are single. We are the singular living entities. But Krishna is using this word Purusha here because he's saying that we're taking that position of being like the controller, of the one that wants to go out and enjoy things and do things. Everyone, man, woman, child, everyone in this material world is taking this position as Purusha, right? So it's very meaningful, every single word here. He's calling us Purusha in this sense. So this is very key to understanding. How does the living entity get involved in the material nature at all? Because he takes this position of the Purusha, whereas actually our soul is Prakriti. Our soul is energy of the Lord. We are meant to be enjoyed by the Lord. We're not meant to be the independent enjoyer. So this is, Krishna is hinting here that this is really the reason, is that we take the role of the Purusha, right? And because the living entity is very minute, dependent position, to take the position of Purusha it's a illusory position. It's not a real position. It's like a dream, like we're saying. Like the dream is going on. We're not really being chased by a tiger, but we're having that experience. So in the same way, we're not really the Purusha. Krishna, God is the Purusha. But we're having that experience of, trying to be the Purusha, trying to be the separate, the independent enjoyer in the material world, in a dream-like sort of a state, in an illusory way. So Purusha, he's calling us Purusha, Prakritisto, in this Prakriti, in this material energy, Bhunkte, tries to enjoy Prakritijan, Gunan. So guna means the three modes, right? Goodness, passion, ignorance. And Prakriti Jan means like born. Prakriti Jan, born or produced of the material nature. So the living soul takes the position of a Purusha, of an enjoyer, tries to take that position of an enjoyer, and then tries to enjoy these three modes which are born out of the material energy, right? And then he says, very important part, Karanam guna sango sya. Karana means the cause, just like in Brahma Samhita, Krishna says, Sava Karana Karanam. He's the cause of all causes. So Karanam, the cause, is Guna Sango, right? Sangha means association, we know, right? Sadhu Sangha. So Guna Sango means associating with the gunas, with the modes of material nature. Karanam Guna Sango asya, this. So the reason for this trying to enjoy, is that he has the desire to associate with different modes, goodness, passion, ignorance, all these different mix of so many things going on in the material world. And then what's the result of that? Sad asad yoni janmasu. Janmasu means takes birth, yoni from the mother, sad asad, good and bad. Right? So he takes good and bad, auspicious, inauspicious birth according to the modes that he's associating with. He's associated with, right? So this is really the key to it, that yes, the spirit soul is spiritual, and it's nothing to do with the material world. In the same way, if we go back to the very definition, the very beginning of Bhagavad-gita, that there's things that change, and they're always changing, our mind, our body, the world, everything else. And there's things that stay the same. And the things that stay the same are those bits of us that are experiencing all that, our consciousness, our soul, our Atma, that part of us that's beyond all that, that's just watching that. And Krishna really makes it very, very clear in the beginning of Gita. He spends pretty much a whole chapter 2 on just really ramming this point in different ways. The soul, there's neither birth nor death at any time. It cannot be cut, it cannot be dried. Of the eternal, there's ever existence. Of the temporary, there's no, it's always changing. There's these two energies. So many different ways he says it. to make us understand, yes, that soul is nothing to do with material nature. It's not changed by material nature. So it's not that the soul is like entering into material nature and the soul gets changed in some way. It can't. You can't change the soul. Just like we're sitting there watching a movie on the movie screen, it doesn't change us. We're watching that. So we're watching that. But if the director and the actors and the story is good, you really buy into the movie, right? People will sit in a movie and they'll be crying. Oh my God. And it's like, it's just a movie. They're just acting. But they identify it. It evokes that identification. So in the same way, we're identifying with this material world, even though, we're nothing to do with it. So the original soul desire, if you want to say, is to take this position or to experience. It can't take the position of the Purusha. It cannot. It is not. It's like a drop of ocean trying to take on the position of being the entire ocean. It's not. It's a drop. But it wants to have some fleeting experience of that. So that's the ultimate desire of the soul. So then is it the soul that's desiring to be in this body and that body and that body and that body? Well, according to Krishna here, it's due to the association. So if we say, what is our part in it? This is the part, right? Purusha prakritistohi. The Purusha, that's the soul. That's the person. The Purusha who's situated in the material energy, they desire to enjoy that material energy in some way. They desire to have that thing. Like a person might desire to go to a movie, but it doesn't change that person. They're having some experience of that. Someone is having a dream at night. They're having the experience of the dream, but it's not really real. In the same way, the soul has that desire to experience that, but it's never, that's why it's never satisfying, because it's not really a soul activity. Is it interesting, isn't it? It's like watching a movie, literally, for the soul. Right? Whereas in the spiritual world, the soul is actually doing stuff. Soul is running with Krishna and Vrindavan and chasing the doing, or that Mother Yashoda's cooking, and like the soul is the spiritual, the consciousness has its form and it's actually doing things in the spiritual world. But in the material world, the soul's not doing anything. It's just sitting watching this movie. And sometimes it's a bad B-run, it's a bad rerun movie. Sometimes it's all right, So does that make sense more? It's, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, the soul is, we have free will. We have that minute independence. It's like God has full independence. So we have some little part of all of his qualities. So our independence is whether to be in this material world or whether to be back in the spiritual world. That's our desire. But the difference is that because the activities here are of the mind and the body and these external things, it's never satisfying to the soul because the soul's not actually active. It's literally a dream. It's like you're daydreaming. You're sitting at home. Somebody actually, wants to be a movie star and they go to California and they, do whatever you do and try to get into the movies, whatever that process. Some people actually do it. And some people just sit around at home thinking about it. Oh, wow, imagine if I was some movies. Oh, wow, and then I'd go there and, they'd pay me so much. They're daydreaming. So it's not satisfying. They're not actually doing it. So like that, it's exactly like that for the soul. The soul's not actually doing anything, but it's identifying with that mind and that body. And that's why it's not satisfying, because it's not a soul activity. It's not actually an activity of the soul. So by chanting Hare Krishna, by serving Krishna, by hearing about Krishna, that's a soul activity. Our soul actually starts to wake up from within, because the soul, is part of God and wants to connect with God and relate to God. That's the soul activity. Everything that's a material activity, the soul is just kind of like, here we go again. another body, another, but we get entangled, and we get, conditioned soul. That's why I say conditioned soul. But by the mercy of the devotee, by the mercy of the pure devotee and the scripture and Krishna, we can hear about the spiritual realm again, and our soul can actually awaken to want to do spiritual activity. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. If we don't align ourselves, if we just do material things, then we'll never go back to Krishna. We'll just lifetime after lifetime, chasing this goal, that goal, that goal, that goal. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we don't have to give up all activities, but we have to connect it to Krishna. Yoga means connection, right? Bhakti yoga. Connecting through devotion. Bhakti yoga. Yoga means connection, bhakti's yoga. So we have to connect through devotion. So we, see if we have a job and we earn like good amount of money, all right, we have some extra money, all right, we'll give some for Krishna service. If we have some ability to cook, we'll cook for Krishna. Whatever it is we do, we just connect that as an offering to Krishna. And that way we gradually, yeah. But these are things we can't wrangle our head around. We can't, like it's good, they're good questions and it's good to think about it. But the process of understanding it is through chanting and through spiritual activity, because by that it's revealed. Krishna says, what's that verse in the 9th chapter? Raja Vidya Raja Guyam. Verse 9-2. Chapter 9, text 2 is a very wonderful verse. Chapter 9, text 2. Raja Vidya Raja Guyam. Page 375 on this one. You got it? Yeah. Raja Vidya Raja Guyam Pavitramidam Uttamam Pratyakshavagaman Dharmyam Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So this knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed. So this word especially, Pratyakshavagaman Dharmyam. Pratyaksha means direct experience. Dharma means the process of dharma or religion. So this process is not a process of like understanding so many things and learning so many like connections and this and that, and now I understand the whole hierarchy and everything like that. That's also can be helpful. But really it's a process of realization, direct perception. So any of these things that we like, especially when we really can't, like, why the soul, if we just chant and just pray to Krishna, can you help me? Then he gives you that realization. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't ask the question. It's a very good question. But yeah. It's good. But if you get to that point where you kind of like, then no, that's not the process. Like just, okay, all right, I'll come back to that in a month or a week or a year, whatever. And then, yeah. There's a verse in Mahabharata that says that because transcendental subject matters are beyond mundane arguments, they exist, because they exist beyond the narrow, rational arguments of this world. You get, 5 kilos of wood, You shape this, do that, you can make one of these. If you have 10 kilos, you can make 2 of these. All of these are just rational laws of the material world. The spiritual truths exist outside of that. They're not within that. So because of that, you can't try to understand them through mundane arguments of this world. It's in the Mahabharata. It's said like that. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's super logical. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so it's extremely logical, and at the same time, there's a logic around there's certain things you can't understand through logic. So it's not like one of those things where it's like, just believe and do. No, it's not like that. It's like, it's very, very logical up to the point of the things that are outside this material world. Those things you can't understand by boxes of material logic. But so much of Krishna consciousness is to do with the material world. Look, the whole Bhagavad-gita is talking about how we're interacting with the world, the modes of nature and everything. So, yeah, it's all there. Especially these things of like, why did we come here? Why is the soul come to this world? How is it? These kind of things, they're good questions, but they're really like, they're questions that will become more clear to you as you go along. Like the more you progress, the more it's clear. Like I know for myself, like so many of these questions that was really bugging me. Like, whoa. And then one day I just go, of course, okay, obviously. But it's like, it has to, it's revealed, yeah. But it's revealed more if we're keen. So I don't want to dampen your enthusiasm. So I'm not saying you shouldn't ask the questions, but especially those type of questions about like the soul and material nature and stuff. Yeah. Because it's anything where you're putting together the spiritual energy and the material energy, and you're trying to work out like how. So you have to be really, really careful. When you're talking about spiritual energy, there's spiritual logic. When you're talking about material energy, there's material logic. And if you're talking about a problem that's to do with the spiritual energy interacting with the material energy, it's very easy to put material logic on the spiritual or spiritual logic on the material, and you end up with confusion. Yeah. Any other questions? You have very good question. You have question? Yeah. You're very okay.
I usually have this. Is it audible?
Yeah, put it on. Yeah.
Hello.
Because it's on the internet. So
I usually have this argument with my friends because I follow a plant-based vegan lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think eating anything with the milk or milk products or honey or something, it comes from animals, and it's not cruelty-free. It's like you have to sort of tie down the animals to get milk out of them, and same thing with honey as well. And I personally believe it's not Krishna conscious to do that. So what's your opinion on that? And is there anything in Bhagavad Gita?
So the basic thing in Bhagavad Gita is given Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Jome Bhaktya Prayachati. He says, offer me with love and devotion a fruit, a flower. Is this a milk? Is milk there? I don't know. Fruit, flower, leaf or water. But milk is included there. Type of water. If you offer those in devotion, then he accepts that. But even if we're not offering that in devotion, then we're also getting the karma from killing the vegetable, because the vegetable also has a life. So they're progressing through the life. So even if somebody is vegan, if they're not offering to Krishna, or they're not offering to God, whatever if they're a Christian, or doesn't matter, but whatever, if they're offering it to God, then that's okay. If they're not, they're still stealing. They're still, so it's not a perfect process. Yeah. So, milk. Krishna's Gopal. He's the milkman. He's a cowherd boy. So, his whole culture is eating milk and milk sweets and things like that. So it's not so much take them, because the cows make so much milk, like more milk than the calf needs. That's how they're built. So if they're So the important thing is how the animal's treated. So in India, the cow's treated very nicely. You know, not everywhere, but in individual villages and that, you'll see the cows. It's like part of the family. They're just like walking around, you know, and things like that. So the cows like to be looked after. They like to live with humans. If they're looked after, there's no problem. Because the thing is, for the cow, that's how they get elevated. They give their milk, but they can't chant the Vedic mantras. They can't offer it to Krishna. So the human beings that offer that milk, and the cow gets benefit by being part of that process. That's a very different logic. Very different. Slaughtering someone and looking after them is two very, very different things. So, but we follow the Vedic scriptures, and the Vedic scriptures tell us that we should take milk and we should offer it to God. We should offer it to Krishna. That's what we follow, and we accept that. These other things where they're slaughtering cows, there's other religions that you mentioned, and they have a big 5-day festival, and the culmination of the festival is you know, they how many thousand goats and killed or whatever. We don't accept that as elevating. The Vedas don't say that not that we don't, but the Vedas don't tell us that that's elevation at all. Yeah, it's not elevating for the goats or the people or anybody, because it's very tamasic, very in the mode of ignorance. But taking milk, looking after a cow, protecting a cow, taking the milk, making milk sweets, offering it to the Lord, it's very sattvic, Suddha sattva. So it's elevating for everyone, including the cows. Have you seen the cows around here? See how happy they are? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're showing the example. Yeah, we're showing the example. We can't go and change every single cow in Australia. We can't do that. If we could, great. But they don't. People won't listen. So the thing is, our founder, Srila Prabhupada, this is the example he set. He did two things. Whatever was available, he offered it to Krishna. That's one thing. So even if it's supermarket milk, whatever, of course you can't offer meat and all this stuff, but supermarket milk, they would offer whatever, if that's all that is available. That's the first thing. Second thing, he established farms like this all around the world where he showed the example of looking after cows. So here we have 100-something cows. None of them get killed. They get looked after till their dying day. They're looked after nicely, everything. And there's so much auspiciousness that happens from looking after the cow. Just like you're saying, it's a particular thing. It's auspicious. She's Gomata. So these are the two things we do. If you don't want to do the first one, that's okay. You don't have to. But think of one thing, that if you don't offer that cow's milk to Krishna, what chance does that cow have of elevation? Right? We can't go and save every single cow and bring them here on the farm. We can't have how many cows are in Australia? Millions. We can't have them all here. We show them one example, and at the same time, whatever's there, this was Srila Prabhupada's example, whatever is there, we offer that to Krishna. That's okay. No, it's a good question. See, firstly, we have to get off the bodily platform of life, okay? But this is the beginning of Gita. It's not a cow, it's a soul. We have to look at it from that perspective. If we don't look at it from the perspective of soul, we're in bodily concept of life. We're just looking at the changeable externals, and we're basing our reality on something that's always changing, right? That cow's okay, but next life it'll be human. So that soul, what is the best thing for that soul? As a cow, what's the most elevating thing that can happen to it? He gives milk, and that milk is offered to God. That's the highest thing that can happen to that cow. So is the killing a cow good? No, that part is bad. That part is bad. But does that stop us doing our duty of offering that milk? One, but at the same time showing an example like this farm, where people show that you can actually look after cows. But sorry? No. There's no skinny calves around here. The calves are not skinny. You can go and look. But I'm not a cow herd, so the details you'll have to go and ask Ma Mantra and people. But whatever the calves need, the calves need, they get. But the calves can't drink that much as what these cows make. That's nature. Cows and humans have lived together for thousands of years. Even in Africa, the Maasai, so many places, not just India, all around the world. The cows particularly, they make so much milk. So, yeah. This is example. Prabhupada gave us this example. Whatever is there, we offer to Krishna. Right? From wherever we can get it, pure things, pure milk, pure vegetables, pure fruits. Clean them nicely, offer them with spirit of devotion to Krishna. At the same time, try to make an example where you have your own milk, your own vegetables, your own fruits. At the same time, show that example. So that's the same too. So people that are living in the city, if they don't live near a farm, they don't have much choice. They'll take some milk, they'll offer it, okay. But here we have the choice. So we put a lot of energy and money into looking after the cows. Who else is doing this? Who else is looking after 100 cows, not killing them in Australia? Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. 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 So these, yeah. Okay. So this is what's your proposal? You're saying we should stop taking milk? Yeah. But that's a bodily concept of life. How is that helping the soul of the cow? The soul, not the species, not the cow, not the body of the cow. How is it helping the soul of the cow to not take their milk and not offer it to God? That's how the cow is elevated. I don't think you're quite getting the point I'm making. The elevation of that soul of the cow, that's the duty of the cow, is to give milk. Yes, and that's what we're doing when we take that milk and offer it to offer it to God. Are humans superior? The scriptures say that we are. The scriptures give. They give the duty of the human beings to worship God, to hear about God. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. So the Vedanta Sutra, one of the corest Vedic texts. We follow the Vedas. We're following the Vedas, and if your preaching is that Krishna is not a cowherd boy, then that's not what the Vedas are saying. If your preaching is that we shouldn't take milk from the cows, that's not what Krishna's whole life is, taking milk and milk products. So we're not comparing. In the Vedanta Sutra, the very first verse, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now it says Atato Brahma Jigyasa. Now, Brahma, spirituality, Jigyasa, become inquisitive. So saying that now means in the human form. So in the human form of life, now you have to understand the soul, the special prerogative. Lord Chaitanya said, Bharata Bhumite Manusya Janma Halasa. Manusya Janma Halasa. Manusya, men, humans, men and women, humans. Humans who are born in Bharat, they should give Krishna consciousness, they should give spirituality. So yes, we do have the duty as a human to elevate other species, 100%. It's given to us. It's a very special birth. The human birth is very special. We shouldn't think, we're just biology, whatever, evolution, all this stuff. Like, no. That's not the Vedic view. That's the scientific view. That's not the Vedic view. We do have a duty to elevate the other species. Sorry, I didn't follow you. Yeah. 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 Why shouldn't we consume it? But do you believe in the Vedas and Krishna? Do you believe in Krishna consciousness? Okay, so if... Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, do you believe Krishna's version that, now new human form of life, your job is to inquire into the absolute truth? That's not the job of the cows and dogs and animals and squirrels and all. They can't. They can't do that. They're not here. They're not here. Well, they might be here, but they don't know what's going on here. Okay? But the soul in that body can become human in the next life. I mean, Lord Chaitanya, he liberated a dog. From dog straight back to Godhead. So we don't see like that, dog, human, whatever. We liberate everyone. But, we are not so strong, Lord Chaitanya. As Lord Chaitanya, we have to focus on the humans. The humans are the ones who are going to understand Bhagavad-gita. And if you give some prasadam to a human, they can change their whole life. Just like you're complaining. Look, I agree with you. Complaining about humans killing animals, sure. But what can the animals do? It's the humans we have to fix. Understand? We have to give the humans prasadam so that they want to stop killing animals. Wow, this tastes so good. Oh, why should I have that yucky meat? So the humans is what? If all the humans in the world fixed up, became Krishna conscious, immediately they'd be like Vaikuntha. The animals will just follow along. They just do whatever they do. So yes, humans are very important. Yes. So many devotees used to eat meat, and after eating prasadam, they don't eat meat anymore. Me, 30 years. But I was growing up meat. Well, I didn't have a choice. I'm a kid. I'm putting in my mouth whatever they give me. But once I eat prasadam and I heard the philosophy, no way. So 30 years, so many people like me. So yeah, we have to give the human beings prasadam. We take the milk, we make milk sweets, Krishna enjoys, and we taste that. Prabhupada said even an atheist can tell the difference between a chapati that's been offered and one that hasn't. Prasadam is special. And if we affect the minds of the humans, then the world will change. But just by not taking the milk of the cow, or just by that doesn't help. It's not gonna elevate, not make us feel good, but the elevation has to come on a spiritual level for human beings. They have to understand. And milk is a very important. The Vedas tell us by drinking milk, it makes you think properly. It makes you think higher. That's what the Vedas say. I don't know. I didn't make that, but it's a very special food. So many of our great acharyas, so many Brahmins, if you read through it, they just eat 1 cup of milk a day. It's very special food. Well, of course, we don't want to starve the calves. About that, I don't know. I have no idea. Right? I'm not an expert on that. You can talk to Mahamantra about that. Ask him. I can introduce you if you like. The technicalities of it, that's another thing. But in general, yeah. No, it's a good question. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look, that is, I think, a very individual thing. That's a very individual stand that people might want to take. Okay, if I can't get ethical milk, I'm not going to drink milk at all. That's laudable. I understand that. What I'm presenting is from a philosophical point of view, from the Vedic, not just the Vedic, but from a spiritual point of view. We have to see what is the benefit. We have to see beyond the body. We can't get so emotional about the body, and this, that we forget that actual reality of the person in that body. Because that person in that cow body, and you in that body, and me in this body, and her in this body, and this, that's the same person. It's the same person. So Krishna consciousness is about that person. It's not about the body. You understand? Krishna tells us, there's a whole second chapter is about that. Arjuna's like, I don't want them to die. Krishna says, look, their body is perishable either way. To think about the soul. Think about how you're going to elevate that soul that's in the body of that cow. What is your process? I'm not going to have anything to do with you. I'm not going to take your milk. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to have anything to do with you. Okay, that's your process. Okay, fine. I don't know what you're achieving by that on a spiritual level. I understand. Morally and emotionally, yes. That's your stand. Fine, to take that stand. I'm not going to take the milk out of I'm boycotting because the industry is cruel. 100%, fine. That's it. But then the question is, if you believe in Bhagavad-gita, if you believe that there's a soul, and there's a soul in that cow, just like there's a soul in how are you elevating the soul in that cow? By having nothing to do with it. Compared to taking whatever milk, improperly done, through all the everything, whatever, but still whatever's there, you take it and offer it to Krishna. How are you helping that person? Yeah. In the body of the cow. Spiritually. Not the cow. No. Say the cow. Don't say the cow. I say the soul in the body of the cow. How are you spiritually elevating them? The duty is the cow. The duty of the cow, the duty of the soul, in that, duty of the soul is everyone to serve God. But the soul in the cow's body, duty is to give milk. Right? Is that agreed? The duty is to give milk. That's what they do. That's their dharma. In that body. In that body. Their duty is to give milk. That's what they do. What other thing does a cow do? Stands around, eats grass, boo, makes noise. But it gives milk. It's an amazing thing you can make ghee from. Right? That's the incredible dharma, the essence. What's the dharma of salt? To be salty, to add saltiness to your food. The dharma of a cow is to give milk, the special part of a cow. In astrology, when we look at when a woman can have children or not, we look at the ninth house. We don't look at the ninth house for men, because it's the dharma of women to have children. The dharma means what can a woman do that a man can't do? They can have they can bear children. Man can't. So we look at the ninth house as well, because it's a special gift that a woman has to have children. The special gift of a cow is to give milk. The special gift of the human life is to offer things to God. To go together. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Thank you. Very nice questions. Hare Krishna. Okay. Jai. Srimad Bhagavad-gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Go Premanande. Yeah, I think so. Unless somebody's going to do some kirtan or something. Let's go. Work on that.
dun, 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 dun.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Karuni Mandala Mahite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Damodara Rati Vadana Vese Hari Nishkuta Brinda Vipine Se. Damodara Rati Vardana Vese Hari Nishkuta Brinda Vipine Se. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Vrishabhanudari Navasasi Leke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Visake. Dadi Navasasi Leke Lalita Saki Guna Ramita Visake. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Barite. Sanaka Sanatano Vanita Charite. Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite. Sanaka Sanatano Vanita Charite. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arutika Subha. Janavi Tato Bane Jagamana Lopaja. Kibodokine Nitai Janvami Gadadha. Nikate Adaita Srini Vashuchatru Daru. Kiboboshi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Singho Sane. Aroti Korena Brahma Aditeva Gane. Nara Hari Adi Kodi Chamaradhulaya. Sanjaya Mukunda Pasu Gausadi Gaya. Shiva Sankar Vaje Ganta Vaje Vaje Karutala. Mathura Mridanga Vaje Paramarasala. Sankavaje Gantavaje Mathur 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 Vaje. শঙ্কা বাজে গামছা বাজে মধুর মধুর মাধুর বাজে নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল হরি বল বহু কোটি চন্দ্র যিনি वदनयुत्साल गाला देशे वन्नमाला कोदे जल माला Kiba Shiva Sukha Narata Premi Gado Gado Bhakati Vinoda Dekhe Gaurara Sangpada Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arutika Shobha Jano Vitato Bani Jagamana Lupa Gaurangera Rutik Shobha Jagajanamana Lova Gaurangera Rutik Shobha Jagajanamana Lova Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutade Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Procharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi paschatyadesu tarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Who's doing it? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nittai Gauranga Jaiga, Nittai Gauranga. Jai Satchinandana Gaura Hari. Nittai Gauranga Jaya, Nittai Gauranga. Jaya Satchinandana Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Sri Sri Radha Govardhan Dhari ki, Sri Sri Krishna Balaram ki, Giriraj Govardhan Dhari ki, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Om. Oh, Narahari Prabhu ji. Ah. You're singing? You are singing. Namameshwaram Sachit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Rajamanam Namameshwaram Sachit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Namameshwaram Sachit Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namameshwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Braja Yashoda Bhiyolo Kala Davamanam Paramistamatyanta Drutya Gopya Yashoda Bhiyalo Kala Davamana Paramistamatyanta Yashoda Bhiyalo Kala Davamana Paramistamatyanta Drutya Gopya Yashoda Bhiyalo Kala Davamana
Param Samatyanta Gopya Rodantam Mohonetra Yogmamrijantam Karamboja Yogmena Satankanetra Rodantam Mohonetra Yogmamrijantam Karamboja Yogmena Satankanetra Rodantam Mohonetra Yogmamrijantam Karamboja Yogmena Satankanetra Rodantam Mohonetra Heart House Yogmeta Satankanetra Mohoshvasakam Patrire Kankakanta Sitagraivam Damodaram Bhaktivadham Mohoshvasakam Patrire Kankakanta Sitagraivam Om Mohoshvasakam Patrire Kankakanta Stitagraivam Damodaram Bhaktivadham Mohoshvasakam Patrire Kankakanta Stitagraivam Damodaram Bhaktivadam Iti Drikshvali Labhirananda Konde Swagosham Nimajantam Akyapayantam Iti Drikshvali Labhirananda Konde Swagosham Nimajantam Akyapayantam O Tadiye Shitagnesho Bhaktajitatvam Pona Prematastam Sata Vrittibande Tadiye Shitagnesho Tadiye Shitagnesho Bhaktajitatvam Pona Prematastam Sata Vrittibande Tadiye Shitagnesho Bhaktajitatvam Sing with me. Sing with me. Vadam Deva Moksham Na Moksham Vademva Nachanyam Vrineham Vaideshadapiha Vadam Deva Moksham Na Moksham Vademva Nachanyam Vrineham Vaideshadapiha Vadam Deva Moksham Na Moksham Vademva Nachanyam Vrineham Vaideshadapiha Vadam Deva Moksham Idam te vapurnata gopala bala Sada me manasya virastam ke manye Idam te vapurnata gopala bala Dame manasya virastam ke manye Idam te vapurnata gopala bala Sada me manasya virastam ke manye Idam te vapurnata gopala bala Idam te mukham bojam atyantanile Vritam kuntalai snigdarak taishagopya Idam te mukham vojam atyantanile Mohustum vitam bimbarakta darame Manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai Mohustum vitam bimbarakta darame Manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai Everyone! Namo Deva Damodara Nata Vishnu Prasida Prabhodoka Jalabhimagna Namo Deva Damodara Nata Vishnu Prasida Prabhodoka Jalabhimagna Everyone! Namo Deva Damodara Nata Vishnu Prasida Prabhodoka Jalabhimagna Again Namo Deva Damodara Nata Vishnu Prasida Prabhodoka Jalabhimagna Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam vatano Grihene shamamagnam edakshi drishyai Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam vatano O kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam vatano Grihene shamamagnam edakshi drishyai Kripa drishti vrishtyati dinam vatano Kuviratma Jobadamudaiva Yadva Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Brajokrito Cha Kuviratma Jobadamudaiva Yadva Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Brajokrito Everyone please! Kuviratma Jobadamudaiva Yadva Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajokrito Cha Again Kuviratma Jobadamudaiva Yadva Tvaya Mochito Bhakti Bhajokrito Cha Tata Prema Bhaktim Sakame Prayacha Namokshe Graho Mesti Damodareha Tata Prema Bhaktim Swakame Prayacha Tamokshe Graho Me Sri Damodare. O Tata Prema Bhaktim Sakame Prayacha Namokshe Graho Me Sri Damodare Ha. Tata Prema Bhaktim Sakame Prayacha. Everyone please. Namaste Sudamne Spuraditi Damne Tvadiyo Dadayata Vishwasadamne. Namaste Sudamne Spuraditi Damne Tvadiyo Dadayata Vishwasadamne. Everyone. Namaste Sudamne Spuraditi Damne Tvadiyo Dadayata Vishwasadamne. Tvadiyo Dadayata Vishwasadamne. Tvadiyo Dadayata Vishwasadamne. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tobhyam. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tobhyam. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Oh, Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya. Oh, Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tobhyam. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tobhyam. Namo Nantalilaya Devaya Tobhyam. Oh, Namam Ishvaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamana. Ananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam. Oh, Yashodabhiya Lokaradavamanam Paramistamatan Tato Dutagopya. Yashodabhiya Lokaradavamanam Paramistamatan. Namamishvaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam. Namamishvaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam. Everyone please. Namamishvaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamana. Yashodabhiya Lokaladavamanam Paramistamatato Drutagopya. Yashodabhiya Lokaladavamanam Drutagopya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Everyone. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Again, please. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Everyone please sing together. Everyone please. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Again, again, again. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radhe, Radhe Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Govardhan Hari, Radha Govardhan Hari, Radha Govardhan Hari, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Govardhan Hari, Radha Govardhan Shri Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Radhe Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara, Shri Radhe. Jaya Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Shri Radhe. Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara, Yashoda Damodara. Gauranita Jaya, Gauranita Jaya, Gauranita Jaya, Gauranita. Jayo Radhe Shyam, 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 Jayo Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Shri Radhe, Jayo Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Premanande Haribo, Jai Srila Prabhupada. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokul, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances.
Taking the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he's crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two loaded hands. His eyes are filled with tears, and the necklace of pearls around his neck is marked with the 3 lines of the concha. He's shaking because of his quick breathing, he's crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
You sing the Shrimada, please. Just help. I said, where'd you get?
Singaya. Pralada la da da ine. Hiranyakashipu vakshaya. Shilantanga nakaraya. Idane Singa Paradane Singa. Yata Yata Yamrita Dane Singa. Ayane Singa Hridayane Singa. Narasimha Madin Sharanam Prabhate. Bhagavada-gita Naga Adbhuta Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Danabringa Keshavadita Narahare Roma Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Bhagavada-gita. Bhagavada ki, Pratulal Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Pranande. Well, I'll just tell you if it's there, then you don't have to drive.
Sanctuary. The Nara, the koalas sanctuary.
Did you see the video? Our cat came and like licked the koala. They had a little chat. Yeah, like sniffed him up and then. She like sleeps like this and like stuff like so. She didn't make it up. So this one life. No, I was supposed to meet Ajita. Meeting Ajita.